goodness.
Yeah.
It's sad to see him because that man was like at the top of the game at one point, but he's 45.
It was very bizarre they didn't make a switch. I know like he had so much success with Indianapolis in addition to New England that you know it's harder to make it part when that happens. But it's just like it gets to a point where it's like do you play the player or you play the name? I mean, at this point, it feels like he's a name.
Right.
And you don't want to do that. I thought my main thing about it is like, for a game that is of the level of a preview, going back to the Baltimore game, for a preview possibly of the Super Bowl, even in a loss, San Francisco showed out very well.
Yeah.
I mean, the way they were able to run the ball. And, the scary thing is probably their most talented running back, and obviously this has always been his bugaboo, is he's injury prone. Matt Breida was not there, and if Matt Breida was there, who knows? Because he is the one who puts the fear, I think, in defenses. I mean, Mostert was great, but Mostert, the scary thing is Mostert's like their third running back.
Yeah.
So,
no, that was an entertaining game to watch.
What about the New England Patriots and the Texans? Wow.
I think we finally saw the moment.
Chink in the armor?
That it's over for Brady. I mean, he can't move at all. It's just he's stuck right there. The arm, I think, is still fine, and obviously he knows the plays and everything.
Well, and also I just think it's one of those situations too where I know I guess Edelman statistically you'll see like he had a good game, he had 100 yards and touchdown, but like teams just understand if you kind of watch the game like they were double teaming him. Like it took him a long time to get to that 100, and because he doesn't have anyone else as a reliable.
No.
N'Keal Harry is just green as grass. Sanu, to be fair to Sanu's not healthy. I think he's playing through like a high ankle sprain. I don't think he's right.
He's no spring chicken either.
Yeah, I just don't think he's right.
The running game isn't there. They don't have a tight end really. That
Gronk is long gone. We missed the Gronk.
Yeah, he's LA cheerleader.
Yeah, so. I mean, you know.
He's what?
An LA cheerleader. Did you not see him? That's some of the best video ever.
I haven't.
Here's this big
that.
palooka out there trying to shake a tail feather with these cute little gals. It was just like, but it was entertaining. It's kind of like Bradshaw of a different generation.
Oh, well, he's definitely the successor. That's what he is. That's what he's been bought and paid to be.
Yeah.
But the other one I would just want to say, the Oakland KC game. My main takeaway is
wow, didn't see that coming either.
They have 2 first-round picks. Obviously, they have Chicago's first-round pick.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be using one of those. I don't know who will be available. I think they're using one of those picks on a quarterback because there's no way I believe John Gruden believes in Derek Carr at this point.
No, not at all.
I don't think it's completely his fault. Like they showed some shots from the 22 where you could see like him drop back and like everyone's covered because they just don't have a lot of speed. I mean, Terrell Williams has speed, but that's
so who would it be? Just take a wild guess.
I think it'll be. Do you want to take a guess where they draft?
Oh, I'd say Burrow.
Oh, well, I don't think they're going to be high enough to get Burrow. They won too many games. Burrow's going to go 1.
You think he's number 1 overall?
I think, and this will be interesting because he did draft Josh Johnson, who is athletic, but obviously this guy's more athletic. I think there's a chance he drafts Jalen Hurts. I think that's who he drafts.
Well, I could see that, but I think Miami probably will trade. Whoever gets that number 1 pick, I think they will trade it for 3 picks in the future to give up if it's going to be Burrow.
Who? Miami?
Yeah, Miami or whoever's going to.
Well, currently the Bengals are have the number 1 spot, and
they really need a quarterback.
They probably want Burrow because Burrow has ties to Ohio. He's an Ohio guy, and supposedly since before the season began, I don't know if it's changed because of injuries. They've been Miami smitten with Tua. That's their guy, and not to be cynical about it, like the injury to Tua, like Miami might be happy about it because they might be able to get Chase Young, like maybe with the 2nd pick, and then they can come in and scoop up Tua just a little bit later. So
I don't think Tua's coming back from this to be what he ever was.
I mean, you might be right. I mean,
this is a major, major injury.
And I don't know, it's similar to Bo Jackson, but obviously Bo Jackson, they didn't know the severity of it, and it allowed like, parts of the bone to. You think it's they didn't get it in time?
I think he got great medical help. Bo Jackson just said, "I'm a man, I'll gut this out," and so it decayed,
and then they had to replace it.
But I don't know. I just don't see Oakland going for anybody of substance.
If I'm not going to get either one of those top two guys, and like you said, maybe the injury's bad enough you want to stay away from Tua, I'm not touching Justin Herbert.
No.
I'm just saying. To lose to Arizona State, who is 500, when like so much was on the line, I think that says a lot about him on some level.
I trust Mark Hebert, but okay. There's 25% of the games left yet. 64 games left. No bye weeks left. We're in the home stretch. How's it feeling?
There are a couple of conferences that.
Or who do you think is the most intriguing team?
If you can get to 500. You can dominate that conference.
AFC
you got
South, right?
South, the East, and for the NFC.
I'm saying coming up, I think the team that's most kind of fascinating to me is the Titans. And it's just because you look at, I know his numbers aren't glamorous, but the way in which they've played since Ryan Tannehill has started, and as long as Derrick Henry is healthy and chugging along, they can, because they play, I believe, the Texans in 2 weeks. They can upend the Texans to win.
I like the Texans, and the Colts are going the wrong direction.
I think, to be fair, Jacoby Brissett, I don't think is healthy. Yeah. Again, I think he's gutting it out. Obviously, T.Y. hasn't been healthy pretty much the whole year. They lost Marlon Mack. He might be back this week, but at this point, who knows where they're going.
And defensively, it's like their linebacking core is decimated by injuries, too. It just, they're out there playing, but you can tell the one guy, I've forgotten his name, he's got a club hand, and it's like.
Hey, clubby.
Yeah.
I will say, just like quick hits, that pass interference in the Denver Broncos-Chargers game, that is a little crap. That the Bronco wide receiver ran into the back. He was actually in better position than the Charger guy. He was in better position for the interception, and then like he passed interference. He ran in the back of him. He was better positioned to get the ball.
It was a little off for officiating this weekend, wasn't it?
There were a couple of moments where I just thought, seriously, it was just, and that was both college and pro.
Yeah, I don't know that's. I saw that, and that made me so mad. And I don't even care about that game. I just think that was a bogus call at home.
Oh, yes. Pittsburgh. Yes. 2 UK players, Benny Snell and Bud Dupree, man, showed up for him. See, that's the team for me that you got to watch. Mm-hmm. Because without a quarterback, no quarterback whatsoever, really.
Well, let's put it this way. In comparison to Mason Rudolph, Delvin Hodge is Joe Montana.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer.
I mean, Mason Rudolph's biggest moment was taking that helmet in the head, right? I mean, that's the play.
It actually, you know what? It was serendipitous.
Go down in history.
It was serendipitous for the Steelers. Like, you know what? Well, we need to bury this guy. He's embarrassing us. And then, like, they go to Delvin Hodges. Like, you know what? Why did we go away from Delvin Hodges? He's not great. But at least he can. But actually, Mike Tomlin, I don't know if you heard, like, you want to talk about ultimately cutting a guy at the kneecaps. Mike Tomlin was asked why he's going to Delvin Hodges, and his quote, I'm paraphrasing probably, he's like, he won't kill us.
That's pretty much it.
That's it. That's about all you get out of Mike Tomlin, isn't it?
If you hear that, if you're Mason Rudolph and you hear that, just sell your house or, if you're whatever your condominium. So start looking around, like get in touch with a quarterback's coach and be like, hey, I need it. Or, start getting whispers in the XFL. I'm sure he can get in there. I mean, so.
Yeah, he could play, easily. Is it time for Wild Ass Predictions?
It is time to make a prediction on any old thing.
Well, mine isn't so wild, but this is Tom Brady's last season. It should be time.
I don't.
You think that's it for the old man, huh? 42 years old. The legs
he's 45,
stiff.
Isn't he?
No, he's
not 45.
He wants to play till he's 45.
That's Adam Vinatieri.
Yeah, he's
Adam Vinatieri.
I'm pretty sure
the kick is up, man.
Brady is 42 or 43.
42, yeah.
My wild ass prediction. Let's just stick with the quarterbacks. I think considering if you really kind of look at, and to be fair, I know they were down their 2 starting tackles, but still, I think if they do the right thing and not they think with their head and not with their heart, Saints make Teddy Bridgewater the starter next year and possibly send Drew Brees to the heap hole.
Wow.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
I think if they're honest with themselves where Drew Brees is now and where Bridgewater is, you make Bridgewater the starter. So
2 gloves, Teddy. Okay, my wild ass prediction is the Utah Utes will be your number 4 team in the college football playoff. The Fighting Utes of Utah.
Okay, if that happens, it won't matter. Ohio State will beat them by 50 points.
That you only get 1 wild ass prediction per show. That's
Okay.
2.
Here, here's a quarter. Let me buy a vowel or something.
Is that it?
I think that's it for me. We got to walk away.
Up, yeah.
Yeah.
That's 20 minutes you'll never get back in your life, we promise. So we leave you with this question. Gentlemen, what position did the pile of wood play on the football team? Why, defense, of course.
Oh.
Thanks for your
That's
time.
beyond dad joke. That's granddad joke right there.
Thanks for your time this time. Till next time, so long.